Hi there, I'm Trish from TrishNewbery.com, PDF Sewing Patterns. Thanks for visiting my channel today. So today I'm going to show you how to sew the rectangle tissue box cover, the tissue box holder. It's a really fast, really simple beginner's project. There's no need to zigzag serge the seams if you don't want to. I mean, you can if you do want to, but there's really no need to. And this is a lovely little hostess gift, or just great to have around the house, and does hide those tissue boxes very nicely. So let's just get straight into it. So here is your pattern, and you can download this from my website TrishNewbery.com or my Etsy shop, which is Trish Newbery Design. And what we do is we cut out the pattern so it looks like this, and then we're going to, at the top and the bottom edge, sew a hem. So the hem we need to sew is going to finish up being 2 centimeters. So that's 3/4 of an inch. So to do that, I'm going to fold firstly at 1 centimeter, 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to fold it again another 1 centimeter, 3/8 of an inch. So total is going to be 2 centimeters, 3/4 of an inch, and we're just going to sew a straight seam, a straight hem from one side all the way to the other side, and remember to back tack, and we're just going to sew on the very edge of that fold, and it would help if I turned on my sewing machine. There we go. A couple of stitches forward, a couple of stitches back. Now if you're new to sewing, you might like to press the seam in. You will get a really nice look if you press this with your iron, but I am going to be really lazy and just sew this straight through. Now the fabric I'm using today is ripstop. This fabric, it's a bit like a canvas. It's firmer, it's quite firm. So for this pattern you do need something that's quite firm. I'm going to repeat that on the other side. I've suggested a duck, some of the craft cottons, a canvas. You can use linens. You can certainly use lighter weight fabrics, but if you want to use something that's really light, it's a better idea to get some fuse. Some of you will call that fusible interfacing, and just apply that to the back of the fabric before you begin, and that way it does give you the option of using a lot more fabrics. It is really up to you, but the heavier fabrics do look better in this. Okay, so there we go. So now we're going to turn this right sides up. I'm going to fold the bottom up so that this piece here matches, and then what we will do on both sides is pull the top down, fold the top down so the top matches here as well. We're going to sew the seam down at 1 centimeter, which is 3/8 of an inch, and if you've done that correctly you'll find there's a notch that matches exactly on top of each other there. Now it's really important with this fabric this pattern that you do use the correct seam allowances, which is 1 centimeter, 3/8 of an inch, and it's also really important that you cut this out accurately. It's just to get those corners looking nice and everything to line up. Okay. And as you saw, I didn't zigzag or serge that edge when I finished. This fabric doesn't tend to fray much, so there's no need, but really there's no need to do it. Okay, so now we're going to finish the corners. We're going to come to the corner and just turn it like so. We want the seam here right in the middle. We're going to repeat this 4 times, and we're going to open that seam up and sew from one side to the other, also at 1 centimeter. And just repeat that 3 more times for each of those corners. Okay, so now we're going to turn that through. Make sure those corners are pushed out. A little bit awkward to iron this, so iron the fabric before you begin. Push all those corners out and turn that through. Like so. And take your tissue box and place it inside. So the trick with that is when you first put the first corner in, make sure that the corners pop into the corners down here. Otherwise, if you don't quite get it in, it's a little bit more awkward to do it right. But then you just adjust it like so. And your tissue box cover is complete. Just like that. I hate it that the first one never comes out properly. There we go. Okay, and that's how it's done. Now, before we go any further, to choose the right pattern size, with the rectangle, come to the long edge. I'm going to call that the front. So this is the length through here, this is the width through here, and this is the height. And just choose the pattern cover that's closest to fit those measurements. Good idea to give a teeny bit of ease, but try and stay as close to those measurements as possible. Don't try and go over 1 centimetre, 3/8 of an inch of ease, but I've given you 5 patterns to choose from. It's a 5 pattern bundle, and one of those will fit your box, because I have gone through a lot of boxes working out the optimum sizes. And look, if you find a box, a tissue box wherever you are, and you like that pattern uploaded, I can add that to the bundle as well. So thanks for joining me. If you haven't done so already, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel, and also join my Facebook pattern discussion group so you can get more hints, tips and tutorials, and you'll also get notifications of the pattern releases. Thanks for joining me. See you soon.